Let's talk about the astrology of August 5th through the 7th of 2024. Now, during these 3 days, the moon is going to be in the sign of Virgo. So, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which makes it a really logical mental sign. So, when the moon's in Virgo during these couple of days, this is great for problem solving, really finding solutions to things. Going out and really digging deep into something, investigating can also be a really huge thing with this moon, combined with the moon in Scorpio. So, problem solving, we also have finding the logic in things is something that's really, really important. Being very logical. These couple of days urge you to be very logical when it comes to approaching what you need to do in your life. Um, and the other thing is to be of service to the people that you care about, to the people around you in your world, finding ways to serve them. It could be giving advice to them. It could be, it could be a number of different things. It could be actually doing something physical for somebody else and helping them in need because you are humble and you genuinely care about the other person. And the other thing here is to understand the trees for the forest, to understand that the little details make up the big picture. And we can really hone in and focus on those details and improve what needs to be fixed and put all the pieces together to form a giant jigsaw puzzle. Because Virgo rules all the little pieces of the puzzle. And so we can analyze those details to see what fits, to see what doesn't fit, to see what works, and see what does not work in our lives. And we can really improve our lives in this sense to get rid of what no longer works for us, to clean out our closets, to determine what no longer holds any water for us in our life. Now, the other thing is detachment. Virgo is um, Virgo in astrology is considered the air, the air's earth sign because of its mental, ability. And so we can detach and really get some perspective over things during these several days and not get caught in what we're dealing with emotionally. But to just observe, where we are and then make the best decision and take the best right action for our highest good based off of our observations. Now let's get into the aspects during these couple of days. So on August 5th, the moon is going to be conjunct Venus. This is wonderful for emotional contentment, feeling emotionally content, feeling emotionally nourished. Um, This is a harmonious energy when the moon is conjunct Venus. We feel love and care for others. This is wonderful for caring and nurturing others. This is great for socializing, having get-togethers, or cooking for people. These types of activities can really thrive under a Moon-Venus conjunction. And so this is a time to evaluate how your relationships are serving you or, are they not serving you? Because Venus is the planet that rules over your relationships. Are you feeling emotionally nurtured and nourished from and by your relationships? That's what becomes really paramount here. Which relationships are emotionally nourishing and which relationships aren't? What relationship do I need to let go from my life that doesn't make me feel emotionally nourished and taken care of? Or where do you need to nourish and take care of others more? That could also be sort of the step up, step back. Where do you need to step up and where do you need to step back and receive the emotional nourishment from others? Now, the other aspect occurring today is the moon in a conjunction with Mercury. And so this is great for making decisions, that we're balancing our mind, our logic with our emotions. So we can sort of consult both our mind and emotions and make decisions very effectively during this particular aspect. So, this is wonderful for making those sound decisions. This is good for forming emotional connections to others, listening and receiving what they're telling you on an emotional level of what they feel, and also communicating our emotions. It can be in a conversation, it can be in your journal, whatever way of communicating those emotions and expressing those emotions, expressing those feelings. It's not wise with this aspect to keep them bottled up. Um, Now the other thing that this can be very, very good for is discernment, because the moon and Mercury are conjunct in Virgo. To discern what works in your life, what doesn't work in your life, what's good for you, what's not good for you on a mental or physical level. What am I consuming and how is it making me feel? Is it making me feel content, at peace, calm, grounded, uplifted, or is it making me feel down in the dumps, sad, depressed? Really discern, what you're taking in, through the media or from other people in your life. Um, this is really a great energy for that. Now, on August 6th, we have the sun coming into a sextile with Jupiter. And so this is a more expansive energy. When the sun sextiles Jupiter, it opens up a window of opportunity that we need to take action on. So, feeling good luck. There can be feelings of good luck and good fortune, and just feeling lucky in general on this day. This is great for um, really going after a goal that you want to achieve. Really with optimism and faith, and you're growing yourself on a spiritual, emotional, mental, physical level. Um, And so this is wonderful for if you have a goal, if you have something that you want to achieve. This is wonderful for having an expansive viewpoint on that and really going towards that goal. And so this is a time to be open to new possibilities, to new insights, to new ideas at this time, to act upon those ideas and really entertain those ideas of how you're going to expand, of how you're going to grow at this time. Um, the other thing is that new social activities can thrive at this time. So socially connecting with others can be very positive at this time. And then to take advantage of opportunities that come your way, because Jupiter is very benefic, it brings opportunities. So if you have an opportunity that you know that you want to go towards, this is the time to act upon it. This is the time to go towards that opportunity, seize that opportunity, and take most advantage of it. On August 7th, the moon is going to be squaring Jupiter. So this can present mood swings. You suddenly feel good one second, then you feel sad another second. Now, two things to be aware of with this. One, be mindful of when you're making mountains out of molehills, and be sure that you're not doing that, because Jupiter can be a big planet. It's a big energy. It wants to inflate everything. It wants to make everything as big as it possibly can. So with the Jupiter in there, it can be, because this is a difficult aspect, because squares are hard aspects in astrology, a hard aspect in astrology. It can make us exaggerate things and make something so small into something really, really big. So be sure that you're not doing things and you're viewing things in perspective, that you're viewing things at face value as they are, not as you in your head, mentally and emotionally are making them out to be. So it's good to get perspective, to detach, to see things logically for what they really are, and to take action and make decisions upon that viewing things as they are and more rationally and logically. And the other thing to be aware of is to not overindulge during this transit, whether it be eating, drinking, or spending money. Because the moon square Jupiter can really make you want to indulge into what you're, into emotional cravings for things that may or may not be healthy for you. So be sure that what you're indulging in is healthy for you on a mental, physical level. Um, and so this could be just, overdoing it when it comes to overeating or drinking too much. So be sure that you're watching those amounts and you're keeping what you're doing in moderation at this time. And this presents an opportunity for us to live more spiritually because Jupiter is one of the spiritual planets in astrology. So to be present in the moment, to be connecting with your angels and guides, to be surrendering to spirit, to grow yourself spiritually, to try something new that expands your mind and expands your heart. Um, so doing something that makes you grow on a spiritual level. Now, the other thing that's happening on August 7th is Mercury retrograde in Virgo conjunct Venus in Virgo. Now, normally during a Mercury-Venus conjunction, we're talking about communicating our appreciation towards somebody. This can be great for loving and caring conversations with other people. This is great for socializing and making friends, communicating to someone how much you appreciate them, communicating kindly with love, with care, with harmony, um, and communicating, saying something nice to someone, doing something nice to somebody, or, for somebody else, because we are talking about Mercury and Venus and Virgo, and Virgo is a service-oriented sign. It's just great for giving advice because we genuinely care about that person, to somebody else, or doing something of service to the people in our lives. Um, and so the other thing is this is great for artistic pursuits. So, poetry, music, painting, skipping. Skipping is not really artistic, but whatever you feel that makes you artistically creative. Now's the time to be creative and to explore the art that engage your mind. Like I'm going to, like a play or, a documentary on something very interesting, or hearing music, listening to music can also be a great activity for this time. So, this is great for both being artistic and receiving artistic information, things that are coming at you and things you're choosing to listen to. Now it is time for the prescriptive oracle card pull for these couple of days. I pulled 3 cards from an oracle deck, Astro Guides Oracle by Sonia Chiquette, who is an intuitive teacher. She is a spiritual guide. She specializes in intuition and trusting your vibes and trusting your sixth sense, which should be your first sense, sex. She has created many, many books, including Living at Your Heart's Desire or something like that. Trust Your Vibes, Ask Your Guides, The Psychic Pathway, and other books that are really, really popular. She specializes in oracle cards, which include The Answer is Simple, Trust Your Vibes, and Ask Your Guides. She has a corresponding book that goes with the oracle deck, Ask Your Guides, as well. That does not include the booklet or the guidebook that goes along with it. So I pulled 3 cards, and I think it's really, really important. I have 2 decks that I have reserved specifically for when I'm making videos, and all the other decks down in my desk are for me to use for my own personal uses, because I want to create boundaries, and I don't want to feel like I'm abusing the oracle decks by using them for videos when I really want to use, other decks. And so the decks that I like the least, I use for videos out of my own personal preference. So that's my whole philosophy with that. So the first card I pulled was asking the question, what have we learned the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, and the past month? So I pulled the card community. As you can see right here, I hope that you can see the card. Community, this is from Runner Guides. And so we have learned about forming harmonious connections with others. We have done very, very well at connecting with others on a heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul level. We've learned that we can't do this alone. We've learned about reaching out and asking for help and, reaching across the aisle and connecting with others emotionally in ways that nurture us. We've also become more receptive to advice and love during these last couple of days or weeks. Um, and we have learned to sit back and take it all in and receive what is coming at us that is going to help us on an emotional mind and heart level. So, um, the community card is all about connecting with your community, represents, living with other people, in relationship with others. So then the second card that I pulled was ease. Ease. This is the runner guides. Ease, as you can see right here. And this is all about moving effortlessly through life. So this is all about how can we, use our discernment for the highest good? That's the question that I asked. So we can discern, we can really evaluate where we are making things too difficult in our life than they need to be, where a smarter, better, easier solution is the key for us to act upon. So this is all about um, surrendering to spirit, surrendering to our guides, and allowing them to come in and help and serve you and be, guardian angels in the physical form. Allowing spirit to take over, sort of moving in alignment with your higher self, in alignment with the divine. So, um, where we can, where we're acting, acting using our mind, using our intellect, we're pushing, 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 we're going, we're achieving, but we're not tuning in, we're not receiving, we're not connecting spiritually, we're not, um, you know, moving gracefully throughout our life. So now is the opportunity for us to slow down and take the easy route instead of the difficult route. And then finally, the third card that I pulled was the card Pause. This is from the guide Higher Self. And what it's basically asking for us to do, how we're going to grow spiritually during these couple of days, is to pause. We have Mercury going retrograde. We're reviewing, we're reevaluating. We are going back over things. We're looking at that contract or that conversation, and we are really, rethinking it and revisiting it. All those words that begin with re during Mercury retrograde is key for us to do. So the key here is not to react too quickly, to slow down, to take in information and an event or an action, and connect with your spirit, and pause and reflect on what is coming at you, and then taking action based off of that, reflecting. And this is just time to slow down, to just to just take a pause, to take a breather, and not, act without first pausing and reflecting on what do we need to do for the highest good? What is the right thing that I need to do at this time? We're thinking twice. We're, connecting with our intuition before we're acting on things. So that is the invitation, you know, and just slow down, really, and let spirit take over when we stop and reflect on where we are. So that is my video for these couple of days. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I would appreciate if you give me a thumbs up for this video so that anyone who's interested in it can find this video, more people anyway. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you never miss an upload from me, and I'll see you in the next video.